Yeah, there isn't like a common thread between them. Like usually if you see Small Great Hall, then it's in kind of that pool of we like tri-platform maps. So it'll be like, oh, we'll leave Enigma in there and maybe like a Blackguard Keep.
Right.
If you see Shipwreck, usually it's alongside like flat maps, like Small Brawlhaven will usually be in that pool. There wasn't really a lot of commonality between them, and it's very interesting that he was like, one of these ones will probably be one that I like.
Well, I mean, I think Sandstorm does like this pick here. We're going to Miami Dome. It does have that scaffolding underneath, so you don't get to go around from one side of the stage under to the other side. Once you're off that side, you've got to stay there. That's where you have to fight your battle back.
Yeah, that's one of the unique aspects about Miami Dome. You cannot rotate underneath the map. Side air from Sandstorm. Both of them fighting off stage. There has really not been a lot of on-stage engagement between the two of them.
And damage really building up. Wow, Wrench stealing that weapon drop from Sandstorm right out from under his nose.
Sandstorm was trying to get that pickup from below, but Wrench just barely ahead of him on that one. Side air to punish the neutral signature. There's the down sig. That's a burn dodge.
Oh my gosh. Sandstorm using those weapon throws just as kind of that mid-range check. If you've been playing footsies for a little bit longer than you'd like, you just bop him in the nose, bop him with that side air to take the first stock.
He is going to be sticking with the orb. See if he can get any sort of big strings. That's one of the things that he's known for, is just punishing a bad dodge from his opponents. He does it well with the cannon, does it well with the guitars, and does it well with the scythe.
Oh yeah.
But does he have it with the orb?
Seen a lot of standard staple punishes, you know, the side light into side air. Sometimes even just a neutral light, maybe the odd signature. But nothing truly extensive. Wrenched, cleaning it up not long after, 2 stocks apiece. Game 1 of Grand Finals here for North American 1v1 Autumn Championships.
The winner of this will potentially be that Grand Champion of Autumn Championships. The only reason why I say potentially is because Wrenched will have to win the next set as well if he wants to be that champion.
He's got a long road ahead of him.
Side light, side air.
I do like, you know, that orb down air. You get to choose whether it goes through the soft platforms or bounces off of them. So maps like Miami Dome give you a lot of interesting options.
You get a little bit more decisions that you can do with it. If you decide not to have it go through the platform, then you can bounce off of it and go a little bit more forward.
Really putting out that star ribbon. I mean, it's an incredibly great signature. It's got active input on it. You can send them either forward or straight up. And straight up, he goes with the recovery, taking Wrench down to his final stock.
That's one of the risky things about that downlight recovery on the blasters is if you miss, you are going to get punished, and that's exactly what happened there from Sandstorm, as he punished the whiffed recovery from Wrench.
Ooh, Wrench just missing that recovery. That would have taken Sandstorm's stock. Uh-oh, down low off stage. This is exactly where Sandstorm wants you.
With a gravity cancel, downlight, expecting Wrench to go outside and high, but the side signature connects. That'll even up these final stocks here in game number 1.
All right, decent damage difference built. Fate, definitely a high strength legend. We've mentioned it before, Lucian not so much, so Wrench is going to have to land about twice as many attacks just to bring this back.
So far, it's just been about blow for blow right now between the two of them, discounting the fact that Sandstorm already had the health lead coming into these final stocks.
Yep, oh, big side air sending him out. Wrench just managing to touch down. Arms up, tries to go high, but Sandstorm sends the spell after him.
So I'm going high with that one. That neutral signature will punish if you go for that top platform. You see Wrench actually just immediately bans out Miami. He's like, all right, that map did not work for me.
I did not like any of that. I would not like to try it again. Thank you very much.
Ooh, and it's going to be small Brawlhaven now for game number 2.
All right, I'm a little nervous that we're going here, especially since Sandstorm had such a convincing win last game. He does very, very well for himself on small Brawlhaven.
Yeah. With how quick Sandstorm can take stocks, it's just amplified on a map like small Brawlhaven.
Yeah, I mean, his scythe is scary enough already, but we've seen what he can do with high force legends. And on a map as small as this, doesn't take a lot to take out a stock.
For Sandstorm, it takes like one dodge read, but it's going to be wrenched with the read. Gravity cancel the neutral signature, but that falling sidelight I think actually saved Sandstorm because Sandstorm was running out of jumps there.
Oh, now we've got wrenched off stage. There's the tap. There's the reset for all your jumps. Hunting for the signatures. He's got Sandstorm into the red.
Right side. Wall bounce coming out from wrenched. Has the damage,
Yes!
has the neutral signature.
All right, so Wrench taking early lead here. Just telling Sandstorm, yeah, this map suits my style more.
I'm not scared
Don't
of
worry
this map.
about it.
Now there's the orb pickup coming out from Sandstorm. Tries to get the dodge read, but Wrench opting to just kind of fall outside of it. Sidelight side air.
Not enough to KO, but it is enough to take all the stage advantage. Oh, Wrench just
Catching
chasing him down.
Oh my goodness, into the recovery as well. Wrench really widening this gap here. Goes for the read on that one, but Sandstorm inside of it. Still needs to get the stock off of Wrench. The side air is not enough.
That'll
Sidelight
do
side
it.
air.
That gravity cancel sidelight side air is so slink. It's basically just like, oh yeah, my grounded starter and you know, main combo tool, I get to do that wherever I want.
Ooh, and the fadeaway.
That was a quick answer.
Sandstorm went for a big play there with that gravity cancel sidelight to punish the spot dodge from Wrench, but Wrench just had the iframes for it, got past, got him with a fadeaway side air to give him a full stock lead.
Sandstorm, I like how he approaches and he threatens with that orb neutral air. It's kind of like an aerial jab almost.
Yeah.
Just this quick little, all right, I'm going to pop you up. I'm going to maybe be able to set you up for something, but I'm not risking anything huge by tossing this out.
Both of them fighting off stage. Wrench getting the hits. Sandstorm goes low, punishes
Ooh,
the
good
down
patience.
signature.
Wrench just tagging Sandstorm. Wrench still 2 stocks to 1. So every little bit of damage that falls onto Sandstorm. Just working to widen that gap. Wrench now down to his final stock. 5 minutes left on the clock.
Sandstorm chases forward, throws away the sight there. Was trying to catch Wrench with that weapon toss to open him up, but Wrench is the one to hit the weapon toss. Sidelight coming out from Sandstorm.
Both just trying to find the proper opener, and it's Wrench that finds it, resets into that signature, taking this game on small Brawlhaven, something that we thought was surely going the way of Sandstorm.
What a great read from Wrench to finish that one off as well. There was a lot of times where Wrench was going for these outside reads, like where he hits them and expects the opponent to go away, but Sandstorm wasn't having that. He was going inside of it.
Yeah.
So that time, when he hit the down air, he was like, I know you're going to go the opposite direction. So he reads, throws out the side sig, and catches Sandstorm to finish that one off.
Now here we are, next game. Not going to Miami Dome.
Nope.
Not going to small Brawlhaven.
Just crossing maps off the list.
Shipwreck Falls.
This might be a troublesome map for Sandstorm, just given the fact that there's been a lot of times where both against Phazon and Wrench, where he goes for this orb side air to finish. Oh my gosh!
The exhausted recovery to chase him down.
No one expects the second recovery.
Not at all. Usually you'll get the jump maybe to go for the side air for a
maybe
little
an
bit of
air.
extra damage, right? But man, using it for the exhausted recovery to beat the sideways dodge.
Great play coming out for Wrench, giving him a huge lead, putting him in a great spot because he is coming from the loser's side, and he has to win 2 sets.
Ooh,
Goes
Sandstorm
upstage.
going for those dash jump ground pounds. Some of the wider ground pounds like Scythe can cover.
Whoa!
Right in the corner. He did
Tricky.
that sliding right off of the corner, so then it goes back and gets caught on the wall. So it's that teleport in place. That was very slick.
Showed him the star. That's the signifier of where you're normally going to go, but because he slid off stage, ends up just running into the wall and caught Wrench. That was clean, but Wrench still holds on to his stock, and that's wrenched on his first stock as Sandstorm goes to his last.
Massive, massive lead. And he's
Oh,
got
and
the
the
dodge
way
read
to-
off stage. Sandstorm, not many options
Done.
left. No, too
3
far.
stock.
A 3 stock.
Wrenched 3 stocking Sandstorm in grand finals, showing why he's won 3 majors in a row, and he's trying to get that 4th one, but to do so, he's got to get that reset.
Oh my gosh.
Got to get that reset. But man, that was a quick one.
Yeah, that was absolutely brutal. I don't think we'll be going back to Shipwreck Falls.
Maybe not. At the very least, I don't think we're going to be going back to Fate as it is going
Yo.
to be the Lin Fei coming out from Sandstorm.
All right, so swapping over to those guitars, but also the cannon.
The cannon coming out from Sandstorm. And while Shipwreck was on the field, Wrenched was like, nah, this is a mammoth situation because I don't want to go to Shipwreck against your Lin Fei.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially because if Sandstorm had the cannon, that down signature,
Yes.
the dragon bites right around that corner, covering so much of the wall. It is so difficult to recover against.
Yeah, that down signature on Shipwreck is so brutal. But we are seeing these neutral airs coming out from Sandstorm looking pretty brutal.
Ooh. Sandstorm answering blow for blow here.
Caught him. Sandstorm able to get high enough, though. One thing Sandstorm will have to contend with this swap to Lin Fei, though, is he is throwing about 6 strength off of his character, going from the Fate down to the Lin Fei.
That's quite a bit. So it will take a lot more. I mean, luckily he's got high string weapons. Oh my gosh, Wrench taking the first stock already.
Wrench looking poised to take Autumn Championship. Poised to, at the very least, reset this one, as he is 1 game away.
Sandstorm is going to need some absolutely crazy cannon strings to bring this back. There's that dragon biting around the corner. Incredibly deadly edge guarding tool.
That's what we were talking about. Goes for the neutral signature. Wrench with that weapon toss. Put himself out a little bit. Sandstorm needs to finish this stock. There's the spot dodge from Wrench, but Sandstorm backs up. Goes for a gravity cancel side light.
Ooh, neutral air spike sending Wrench down. Opting to stick with the guitars.
You're saying that neutral air kind of blossoms out from you, so you're able to spike with the bottom edge of it.
Yeah, very useful, especially after you see your opponent spend their dodge or their recovery. Wrench trying to take Sandstorm off stage, but Sandstorm content to just focus on the corner edge guard. Sent down off stage. Wow, gets the high ground pound. Covering that top escape option.
Got such a damage lead over Sandstorm right now.
I mean, it's quickly getting chipped away.
Ground pound?
There's the ground pound. Wrench got the touch. He
Side
has
air.
recovery out. That's it. His stock is gone. Sandstorm turning this one around.
Suddenly Sandstorm with the lead, but he's so damaged. Needs to widen this gap here.
Scored just the recovery. Wasn't able to get anything further. Wrench finding the dodge out.
Wasn't even the full recovery either. It was just kind of like the tail end of it. That's going to be a punish opportunity.
Little bit of damage. But you know he's looking for more before going down.
Just going to go for as much as he can. Down light, down air. Gets a side light follow-up.
Wrench just smacking him for trying to do that dash side light approach. Again.
Punish.
Sandstorm finally finding the dash side light in after these signatures. No, gets punished for it again. Wrench almost baiting him into it.
Yeah, Wrench was really looking for those signatures, and Sandstorm had baited out quite a few of them, but that time Wrench was ready. Caught him on the other end. Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
The big cannon toss.
Still wasn't enough, though. Couldn't finish off the stock of Wrenched.
Sandstorm with a massive lead. He just needs one solid hit to take the game. There it is. There's the recovery.
And that is going to put us into game number 5. They zoomed into that one so fast, I didn't even get to hear player blah, 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 one. It was just like, player, we're good.
They're like, on to the next.
Yeah, we got a game to go. Game number 5. If Sandstorm wins this, he will break the streak of Wrenched. If Wrenched wins this, he goes to another best of 5.
Oh my gosh. Opening gambit for the weapon. Wrenched able to sneak in and snag it.
And just pushed a little bit closer to the weapon. Sandstorm ended up backing off on that one. He's got the cannon in hand, but it was predominantly the Katars that worked well for Sandstorm. He had like the initial burst of nairs on the Wrenched, but other than that, it was predominantly Katar play.
Yep. Man, Wrenched really just hitting those dribble combos. You know, that down air and then into a falling side air once you bounce them off the ground.
Ooh, goes for the recovery.
Just shy. Really going for those downlight openers. I know they can be doing a ton of damage, but sometimes they do only hit very low to the ground, so your opponent can jump and get over them.
But he does hit the unarmed downlight. Downlight into the ground pound onto Wrench. For a little bit of extra damage. Both of them getting that kill percent. Who's going to be the one to get that first hit? The recovery, not quite enough.
Sandstorm just threatening that space of the corner edge guard far enough back where Wrenched can't just come over
punish?
And slap him. Oh, big punish. Yes, let's go.
He was charging up. Sandstorm waited it out and just punished from behind. Had all the time in the world to hit that punish. It's the neutral signature to finish it off.
And the initial hit on that neutral signature is tied for fastest in the game.
Wow. Okay. On everything in the game, or just like signatures?
Fastest signature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, but the neutral signature from Wrench catches Sandstorm rolling in with the side light. And that is going to be the stock evener. Sandstorm not able to widen the gap here.
Ooh, tried to get the punish, was only able to get the falling neutral air. Goes for the recovery with an extra follow-up. Really just death by 1,000 cuts here.
Yeah, we're not seeing that characteristic Sandstorm big string play. Instead, he's just winning out tap for tap over Wrench, just barely.
Hey man, slow and steady wins the race, and all he needs is the one more.
You calling Sandstorm a turtle?
Listen, I'm just saying, when you've got the lead, you've got the right to turtle. And right now, he's sitting on winner's side. And he's got the damage lead.
Doesn't quite have the defense of a turtle, but still has that lead. Goes for the jump into the gravity cancel downlight. Trying to finish the stock off of Wrenched again. Wants to push that lead.
Ooh, Wrenched, I don't know if he expected that last tag to hit.
I don't think Sandstorm expected that last tag to hit. Like, he dashed into it. Downlight goes for the side air. Didn't quite have him in the red.
All right, so Wrenched has really built back this damage deficit.
Punish? It's just going to be a side light from Sandstorm from underneath.
I mean, he was looking for some kind of dodge. He wanted a strong hit to really just seal the deal, close out this stock, and on to the next.
Sandstorm needs this stock. Wrench goes in for the recovery.
Gosh. Thought Sandstorm was going to have a punish, but the slap is going to do it. Sandstorm has Wrench now down to the final stock.
That quick weapon toss into a pickup jump side air, reading that Wrench was going to jump out of getting hit by that weapon toss. But again, Sandstorm needs to widen this gap. He is so incredibly damaged here. Recovery will do it. Wrenched takes down to final stocks here in game number 5 of the grand finals. If Sandstorm gets this, he will be the autumn champion.
Man, we've got an honest match. Fresh stock between the two. Qatar mirror match, Mammoth Fortress. Doesn't get more even than this.
Platform dead center too. No bias on that platform.
Ooh.
So we're just very neutral right now. Nairs for nairs.
Just trying to get that little bit of damage extra.
Like you said, death by 1,000 cuts. Who can get the 1,000 first? just tally marking their opponent.
It's the slow build. I mean, this is Game 5, Grand Finals. It is that tense situation. You need to play everything absolutely perfectly. Wrench going for a big charge.
But just a ground pound from Sandstorm in response.
I mean, that's still a ton of damage. Ooh, going for the recovery.
Punish.
He's got the signature. It disarmed Wrenched.
It's a big opportunity for
recovery.
Sandstorm. Not going to be enough.
Incredibly tense here. Uppercut's not going to do the job. Wrenched, now the one with the weapon control.
He's got the Katars. Ooh, Sandstorm throws out the recovery. That'll do it. Wrenched with the reset. Even damage to 612 to 612.
It doesn't get any closer than that. Game 5, such a tense final stock. Dead even on damage.
Oh my goodness. With how much, like, this is now becoming like a test of endurance. Wrenched has just played 10 games in a row, and the last 2 have got to be some of the most intense games that he has played today.
Oh my gosh.
Who has the endurance? Who can run the distance as we go into our final best of 5 for today's 1v1s?
So what is the answer here? You know, do you see Sandstorm taking a while to lock in his legend? Is
Ragnar.
Oh, the Mordex.
Okay, going to the classic, the Mordex from Sandstorm.
I mean, this is what brought him the current World Championship win.
I mean, it's a classic. It's what he goes to when he's not feeling comfortable on any of the other picks, as he's been testing them out. But I don't know, like, it really felt like the Katars were the play against Wrench. He had the Scythe test with the Fate, and while it did lean a little bit more Orb in terms of play style, he still had the opportunity to kind of test out his Scythe, and Wrench really wasn't getting caught by any of those major Scythe string openers from Sandstorm. I don't know, I kind of wanted to see a different Katar character.
I see. Interesting.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Well, I mean, he is most known for his Mordex. That is probably where he is the most comfortable. That's where he's got a lot of the most tournament experience for sure.
It's kind of the iconic pick, right? Like, that's the Coke classic of Sandstorm.
Now he's going to be looking, how can I open up Wrenched? How can I start those extensive Scythe strings to really just cement the lead?
Goes down in with that weapon toss.
Man, but Wrench with these blasters, I got to tell you, where it's usually Sandstorm has the range advantage in their matchups for the past several months, this kind of flips the whole thing on its head.
Yeah, now Sandstorm really has to respect the range of Wrench, especially because it's not like Wrenched is playing predominantly Katars and then finishing with the blasters the way that he would with his Asuri, right? Where he plays Katars and then goes downlight recovery with the sword. He's showing that he also has some blasters in his play. Goes for the down signature, almost caught Sandstorm as well with it. This is a big lead going the way of Wrenched already.
Ooh, he got the touch, he got the recovery. Now Sandstorm on these gauntlets. Again, 2 close range weapons going at it. Oh man, he even had the read on just the general movement. It wasn't even looking for a dodge or anything, just where are you going to step?
He was ready for it, had the recovery, but it's still not enough to finish off this first stock of Wrenched. Wrench just maintaining this lead over Sandstorm.
Man, and it's been a pretty commanding lead. His blasters have been so phenomenal today. Slide kick into the uppercut. Tall ceiling here. Not going to be enough to close it out. But the downlight into recovery is.
Game number 1 of the second best of 5 in Grand Finals, and Wrenched is on the cusp of a 3-stock.
Just guarding this weapon relentlessly. Sandstorm able to pick it up, but gets tagged a few times for his trouble.
Jeez. Ooh, that was close. Trim the hairs on that one. Wrenched. Whoa. Wrenched has done it. He 3-stocked Sandstorm. in Grand Finals twice. This is the second 3-stock he did to Sandstorm.
I am sitting here, mouth agape. That is the strongest message you can send.
Flabbergasted.
Post-reset, securing it with a 3-0 after you force Sandstorm to switch onto his original main.
And Sandstorm, he's nods his head. He's like, all right, you're right. Lin Fei was definitely the one that worked better.
Okay.
Lin Fei worked a little bit better there.
Jeez, and we're going back to Shipwreck?
2, 1.
Are you sure? Okay, all right. Sandstorm, the first one to grab the weapon. Able to slick on by. Grab those guitars. We got the guitar mirror match, but Sandstorm getting caught by Wrench. Needing to mix up those dodge options, but Wrench just seeming to know where you want to go.
And Sandstorm not finding any responses to Wrench right now. Hits 1 or 2 nairs.
Ooh. And now it's back over onto these blasters.
Caught him.
Man, wrenched blasters have been doing so much work today.
Wrench just looking so incredibly strong. Game number 2, so incredibly healthy over the current world champion.
Wrench really looking like he's going to continue this tournament winning streak. I mean, he's on 3 right now. Is it going to be 4? With the turnaround, the grab against he's got an even
This is brutal.
wider lead than he had in the previous game. This is absolutely unreal.
Can he do the impossible and 3-stock 3 games in a row for Grand Finals?
I mean, you know what? If you told me that like 15 minutes ago, I would have been like, nah, you're crazy. But now, I don't know.
Oh my goodness, Wrench with
The double
another
3-stock. What is happening here?
This is like the opposite of every other Grand Finals we've ever seen. When it goes to the reset, Sandstorm has the mental and Wrenched is the one who's broken. But when we reset here, it is Wrench who is able to maintain the mental, and Sandstorm's the one who's looking completely broken, getting 3-stocked 2 games in a row.
And it has him bouncing between legends even. The Mordex, nope, 3-stock. The Lin Fei, we'll go back to that. That worked a little bit pre-reset. Nope, 3-stock. So now back again onto the Fate.
The one that he played to get him all the way here, but still, Wrench just seems to have an answer for everything that Sandstorm has.
Oh my gosh, catching him again, that down air. Read the dodge, hit him with the recovery. That's still a ton of damage. Man, Wrench just seems to have all the answers right now.
He just knows exactly what to do. This is no longer about the character matchups anymore. It's just Wrench knowing the matchup against Sandstorm, knowing exactly what he needs to do to beat the current world champion.
I mean, he's even just beating all the attempts to get back on stage. So many times it's been those jump side airs, cutting out those high recoveries. Sandstorm juggling Wrenched a little bit. The damage build at least even here. Oh, now he's on to his trademark scythe. Is this what it's going to be to close it out? No, down light into uppercut.
That didn't even send him off screen. The side signature from Sandstorm will, though.
Okay, so a little bit of momentum gain for Sandstorm. He managed to stop Wrench, take the first stock here.
Showing that it is, in fact, impossible to 3-stock all 3 games in the Grand Finals.
Now Sandstorm has his footing confirmed. He's playing the footsies game. He's got the range. He's guarding this corner. He's not letting Wrench get back for free. He's building that damage lead. Now he's almost got a full stock lead. It could just be that Fate is the answer. Wrench putting a stop to the momentum gain, but still a mountain to climb for Wrenched here. Now orange deep, almost red.
Yeah, the orb play from Sandstorm really starting to come alive here in the Grand Finals against Wrenched. He's getting so much good damage, but he needs to finish off this stock of Wrenched. Is the Scythe going to be the option? No, goes for the weapon toss, just throwing it away.
Ooh, Sandstorm finding the dodge out that time. Still has the damage lead.
That neutral light wasn't enough to
Side light,
send him off
side
screen,
air.
but yeah, like you said, the side light, side air will get the stock.
All right, so Sandstorm maintaining his lead, and this is the turnaround that he needs. I mean, he's already down 2-0 post-reset. Wrenched is on tournament point.
Sandstorm has to win 3 games in a row to be crowned the Autumn Champion, the active frames of the Ribbon Star.
Wrench sliding right up into it.
Side signature connects, almost gets the stock. Side signature,
Whoa!
second one will do it.
Absolutely brutal. Now let's see, can Wrenched close this damage gap, or will Sandstorm be able to stay alive in the tournament and secure the stock?
Wrench is getting that damage built.
No kidding.
This is looking a lot more even right now on these final stocks. Wrench is doing it.
He's looking for the anti-air, the jump neutral air for just a little bit of damage. Oh, going for the big signature, but Sandstorm punishing it. Looking for something substantial. Sandstorm now the one hunting for signatures. Sandstorm getting sent deep into the red. Tagging Wrenched off stage. Man, even just bouncing. Now we've got another set of guitars. The recovery, not yet enough, but I don't know how much longer Sandstorm can hold on.
Final stock here for Sandstorm.
Oh my gosh! Wrenched has done it! 3-0 post-reset, continuing the tournament-winning streak. He is the 1v1 North American Autumn Champion.
4 majors in a row now for Wrenched. One more to get that tally mark across the 4 to get that big old 5. But he is looking so incredibly strong. Makes the lower bracket run. Goes into the grand finals. Gets the reset. Gets 2 3 stocks in the reset.
Like, what? What?
He's on fire. Wrenched is
That's absolutely...